If there's one place where anything can happen, it's in traffic. Take a look at this woman. She wrecked her back, but didn't let go of the TV. There goes a spine and a flat screen. I used to think jumping off bridges only happened in GTA, but nope. A driver in Indonesia decided to follow his GPS. The guy literally launched his car off a 40-foot unfinished bridge. That's right, the bridge wasn't done, but the GPS was like, trust me, go for it. Man, what kind of GPS is that? Was it made for airplanes? This Good Samaritan tried to help the guy, but ended up causing him even more damage. It looks like a scene straight out of a comedy movie. Even Dominic Toretto would be embarrassed by something like this. Now check out this other unlucky soul. The man tried to dodge the forklift. He braked, prayed, even made a promise to the heavens, but the damn operator came right back to finish the job. Talk about bad luck. Life in traffic is like this. Some scenes are so wild that no one would believe them if you just told the story.
Oh, deliverance, Jesus! Thank you so much. I gotta post this on my stories.
This one has an impressive amount of detail. The amateur cameraman was in the right place at the right time. A motorcyclist without a helmet is the least of the problems. To start, there's a bus driving with the door wide open. A car engine catches fire and the flames keep growing, and out of nowhere, a head-on collision between two vehicles happens. It feels like the opening scene of an apocalypse trailer. Give it 2 more minutes and a meteor would have hit Earth. Driving is an extreme sport, and if you don't have eagle eyes, things can go really wrong. On the road, if you don't read the signs, you're going to have a hard time in life. To handle traffic problems, we've got to take a page from this guy's book. The way he faced his problems was unique. This driver was probably dealing with a serious stomach emergency, just trying to get home as fast as possible. At least he parked perfectly in the garage. If you hitch a ride with this biker, he'll literally drop you off inside the house. Good thing he crashed. The wall inside is sturdier anyway. But hey, that's just how stubborn guys roll. And surviving traffic, my friend, is harder than passing the driving test. The worst is when a blind spot meets someone with 0 sense. It can turn into a deadly spot. What was that biker thinking? And the truck driver probably still gets blamed for it. Then there's the trucker, who nodded off and flipped the whole truck. And get this, his wife was sleeping in the cabin, completely naked. Imagine waking up to the truck on its side like that. Instead of killing his hunger, this guy nearly got killed by his hunger. That sandwich was an explosion of flavors. He almost choked to death on it. All it took was a tire to start chaos in traffic. But before anyone could even complain, the hero showed up to break it up. And what about the chaos in traffic? Man, there's every kind you can imagine. The asphalt turns into a boxing ring, and the steering wheel seems to give people superpowers to lose their patience in seconds. Guys jump out of the car already in full UFC mode. Traffic isn't for amateurs. Escaping the police is part of the game, and getting away is an art. This guy deserves a trophy for best escape actor in the world. Not even Tom Cruise could pull off a performance like that. He just stood on the sidewalk, pretending to be a curious bystander. Even he couldn't believe it actually worked. This guy's definitely played way too much Grand Theft Auto. When he gets caught, I almost feel bad for him. Don't be like this guy when messing with the cops. Having an open exhaust can get you points on your license too. And what a sorry sight these officers had to witness in this scene.
What the hell?
Be careful when you're filming a bike race. Anything can happen.
Aqui ao vivo na quebradeira. Beijo do... Ô, fé da puta, filho de rapariga.
This is what happens when two cyclists accidentally crash into each other on the street. But this guy here was clearly trying to cause trouble, making shady moves to mess with others. But the cyclist in blue saw it coming. He got all worked up, even though he was in the wrong. Looking for a fight, he started blocking people who were actually on the right side of the road. "You ain't crazy, man," said the troublemaker on his bike. The driver, clearly furious, got out of his car with a sword. Not wanting to be outdone, the troublemaker pulled out his own, though he had no idea how to use it. The driver stepped out again and, as a form of protest, threw the bicycle back at its owner. To show he had the upper hand, he started doing some fancy moves with his sword. "He's the one who's wrong. I'm the one who's right. Didn't you hear?" the man shouted, pounding his chest in front of everyone, even though he... Speaking of crazy people on the road, check out this scene. The guy fell asleep in the middle of the highway. When someone does that, it means things are really not going well for them. The risk of a car or truck running over them is huge. A scare in traffic is just like a ticket. It shows up when you least expect it. For sure, everyone on that bus had a sore butt after the way they landed in their seats. Now imagine the fright this lady got. It almost gave her a heart attack. Once she recovered, she went straight to the driver to give him an earful. And this old man, he saved himself thanks to his quick reflexes and lightning-fast jump onto the sidewalk. This gentleman must have been on a really important call. He didn't take that phone off his ear for a second. Must have been a serious conversation. The guy didn't even want to drink, but the motorcycle already knew the way. The door was open, and it was headed straight for the drink freezer. God sent deliverance to this truck driver in the form of a bicycle, but he insisted on going forward. The driver was completely stunned, not knowing what to do in the situation. This probably happened in China, and that hole was fixed in 2 days. In other countries, it would take about 2 years.
Ai, meu Deus! Ai!
This cyclist fell into a pothole right in the middle of the street at the exact same time a local TV crew was reporting on that very pothole. He definitely added authenticity to the report. He fell just like a banana peeling off the bunch. The rule is clear. If you come back with all 4 wheels on the ground, then it's a maneuver. Fell down, got up, and life goes on. After all, truck drivers don't have time for accidents. Traffic in India is absolute chaos. It's funny and at the same time kind of scary. You can't even tell which side of the road is the right one to drive on. I think the right direction is hands raised, asking for God's protection. Driving in India is a high adrenaline game and great practice for losing the fear of death. If you don't like rules, this is your place. It creates an environment where everyone seems to follow their own rules. But surprisingly, there might be fewer accidents than in other countries. Flight deal at the company is only one way. Not sure if there's a return. Would you dare to board this? Buy a ticket for your mother-in-law. Luckily, the driver's good behind the wheel.